You're watching ABC 7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. Just this week, President Donald Trump signed an executive order to help fill more than 6 million jobs nationwide.
The initiative is dedicated to finding job training and education opportunities for U.S. workers. But how will that translate here on the Suncoast? ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo joins us to tell us more. Dwayne?
Well, Jacqueline, Adam, the president, along with a dozen major companies, signed a pledge to provide training for their workforce during the next 5 years. And according to one workforce agency here on the Suncoast, it's exactly what Florida needs.
Suncoast Technical College student Carter Lowry is ahead of the curve. He's enrolled in an automotive collision repair course, which just about guarantees him getting paid right after he receives his certification.
The thing is, plenty of hands-on experience, like lab time, and of course, getting with an actual job and getting hands-on time.
And that's just what Chief Workforce Strategist for Greater Sarasota Chamber of Commerce, Mariah Avey, loves to hear. She says in addition to students like Lowry taking initiative to work towards jobs that are available, Trump's order includes major companies doing their part as well.
They're a big part of the solution, and in this executive order, employers will be able to, put employees through apprenticeships so they can, it's like on-the-job training that they're going through.
And according to Avey, it's needed because the number of job vacancies on the Suncoast is getting bigger.
We have technology jobs, we have insurance jobs, it's not just trade jobs, we have a lot of job openings.
And according to the National Skills Coalition, she's right. Middle skill jobs such as electricians, carpenters, and auto mechanics account for 55% of Florida's labor market, but only 46% of the state's workers are trained to do that kind of work. And the demand for these middle skill jobs will remain strong between 2015 and 2023. Avey says the key is getting those who can't find jobs trained.
We have a lot of individuals in our community that they're not working. They don't have the skill sets, and we have to get to the point that they can go through training so we can upskill them.
It's a sentiment that Lowry can agree with.
It's not something that you have to have special. Anybody can learn it.
Now, Career Edge of SRQ developed a guide called Where Are the Jobs? It looks at data and finds out where the highest demand jobs are in this area, so students and adults can explore those programs, even how much they can make. Reporting live in Sarasota, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Dwayne. Florida's unemployment remained at 3.8% in June, slightly below the 4% national rate. Figures released by the state today show Florida gained over 14,000 jobs last month. There were 387,000 jobless Floridians out of a workforce of 10 million. Okaloosa and St. Johns counties had the lowest unemployment rate at 3.1%. Hendry County had the highest unemployment rate at 7%.
A senior living facility in Venice is making sure its residents are safe in a hurricane. A place called Home Instead Senior Care is providing free hurricane kits to every one of their clients as well as staff members. The kits are meant to help with the first 3 days of the storm. They include bottled drinking water, a battery-operated radio and lantern, as well as some food items. And Adam, we always tell people here at ABC 7, have enough for at least 3 days. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan urges that for anybody, really.
Absolutely, and what a nice delivery to those people over at the nursing home. And we take it over to Bob now for a check on our weather. Not quite hurricane, but some rainy mornings for us lately.
Yeah, it has been. And by the way, speaking of hurricanes and tropical systems, we're entering into August and September here pretty soon. Those are the peak times of hurricane development. So although there's nothing out there right now, there's going to be during those months, there's no doubt. As far as tower cam goes, this was at 4:30 looking out over Sarasota Bay toward Longboat Key and Lido. And as I put the map into motion, you'll see this storm roll on through and produce some pretty heavy rainfall for a short period of time. Here it comes, and it came down pretty heavy, and now it was over just by 5:20 really, and now some light rain still lingering, but more showers are out there and expected to develop as a result of westerly flow, a little line of low pressure, if you will, hanging out over North Florida. That line will drop southward, by the way, and that'll be pretty much parked right over the top of Central Florida, and with a little bit of energy kind of rotating around the low pressure area, we'll see periods of showers and a few thunderstorms. It will stay humid too, We're looking at heat indices up near 100 degrees despite the clouds. We saw that today. Now, these showers are weakening somewhat as they push to the east at 20 miles an hour. They're moving at a pretty good clip, so we're not expecting any kind of flooding concerns right now. But if we get periods of showers over and over again on Saturday and Sunday, certainly there will be the possibility of ponding of water on some of the roadways there where those storms move over. You can see that rain kind of racing off to the east right now. Venice getting a little bit of rainfall near Bayshore Gardens, just to the west of Siesta Key. Again, that won't be around too much longer. This line here, although not strong, is pushing off to the east. Some of the locations that will have an impact from that cell. Meadows right around 6:03. We'll have more on the weather in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. An update now on the downtown Venice beautification project. This week, crews have been digging trenches to install drainage pipes and stormwater structures. City officials want to remind residents traffic in the eastbound lanes of Venice Avenue in that area will be closed until the project is done. And by the way, despite the construction, the city is still hosting its Christmas in July in downtown Venice today and Saturday. Looking ahead, if you live in Venice, you'll get some new water meters starting on Monday. They will be replacing meters that are decades old. Those exchanges will start in the Sawgrass community, and the process will take about 30 minutes at each house. Also, water will be shut off during that replacement.
Sarasota County is helping with an annual summer cleanup in Englewood tomorrow. Dumpsters will be located throughout different parts of the city to help with that cleanup. Residents are encouraged to clean out their garage as well as any tree trimmings that you may have in your yard. It will take place from 8 a.m. until noon tomorrow. To find out where those dumpsters will be positioned, visit our website at mysuncoast.com. Well, Lotto players have a chance to win big this weekend. The jackpots for Mega Millions and Powerball, America's dueling jackpots, reach a combined total of $563 million. The Mega Millions jackpot rose to $433 million this morning, while the Powerball remained at $130 million after Wednesday's drawing. Mega Millions tickets must be purchased by 10 o'clock tonight to be eligible for the drawing, and Powerball tickets must be purchased by 10 p.m. tomorrow. You can catch the winning numbers live right here on ABC 7.
Well, still to come here on your Suncoast News, why federal investigators are looking into hundreds of thousands of Ford Escape vehicles.
And could taking a vacation improve your health? A new study says it just might. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm John Merce. Rugs As Art is celebrating yet another anniversary, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you for the many years of continuous support. All during the month of July, we're having a grand celebration. We have flooded our showroom with yellow tag specials, meaning more discounts and more savings than ever before, plus free padding. So don't miss this anniversary celebration at Rugs As Art, Sarasota's bigger and better area rug superstore.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Women who eat a high amount of fruits and vegetables each day may have a lower risk of breast cancer. Researchers from Harvard School of Public Health found that women who ate more than 5.5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day had an 11% lower risk of breast cancer than those who ate 2 or less servings. They also found that eating more fruits and veggies was associated with lower risk of more aggressive tumors. They say this research proves the importance of eating high amounts of fruits and vegetables for breast cancer prevention.
Need a vacation? Well, start packing. Research says taking time off can actually improve your health. Kim Hutcherson tells us why.
Have you been feeling unhealthy lately? A vacation could be the best medicine. Researchers say what many have long believed to be true, some time away may actually reduce stress. The gold standard of long-term health studies, the Framingham Heart Study, which tracked workers over 20 years, found vacations can be important for your physical health. According to the study, men who didn't take vacations were 30% more likely to have a heart attack. And for women who don't take a break, the chance of a heart attack went up to 50%. Researchers also find that vacations improve mental health and overall well-being. The best way to rest and recharge is to plan ahead. Experts recommend that you talk openly with your colleagues about your time off and clarify your priorities. And make sure to delegate tasks. By having a well-organized vacation plan, you can schedule time off without feeling guilty about leaving work unfinished. So go ahead and take that vacation. You deserve it. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Now your ABC7 First Alert with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Sounds good, a vacation, right? I'll be taking one here in a couple of weeks, I hope. Anyway, southwest winds out there fairly strong in the Gulf of Mexico. Checking some of the buoys in the Gulf, this one in particular, just parallel with our coast, basically. Miles per hour is basically knots, but anywhere from 15 to 20 knots earlier, and up to 25 miles an hour, which is about 20 knots. And you can see that kind of, it's all moving off in this direction, bringing on that shower activity that we're seeing right now. It's weakening somewhat. Bigger storms to our north, but boy, it comes down heavy when it comes down because the atmosphere is so moist now in all levels, and the showers that are popping up just to the west of Siesta Key will be moving onshore in the next 10 minutes or so. Also, Venice now starting to get a little bit of rainfall near North Venice, and scattered showers in the interior portions of Manatee County. So expect this on again and off again kind of rain through the night, especially redeveloping after 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And some of those could be pretty heavy and producing some lightning too at times, so that may cause you to wake up a little bit. This one now is starting to move away from Bayshore Gardens, but right around US 301 and heading off to the east at 20. So folks in Terra, Preserve, as well as east of that, and to River Run, and it looks like you're going to see some rainfall here from that. Not too much going on near University Parkway, so it looks like that big storm is going to miss you for the time being, but just wait a while. It'll be back, as I said, especially overnight. The rainfall rates up to 2 inches an hour, but they're only hanging around for about 20 minutes. And so that produced 7/10 of an inch right there in Longboat Key, the central portion of it anyway. And you can see all this blue here. That's the moisture that we're going to see sticking around through Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. All the dry air has moved off to the west. It's still kind of bottled up to the north of us now. And the forecast model continues to show this line kind of sagging southward. Unfortunately, it's going to get close to us on Saturday and be in position where we'll see periodic showers and thunderstorms moving onshore. As that low tracks northward, we're still going to see a trough of low pressure left behind. And on top of that, this low pressure will kind of work its way down into the northern Gulf of Mexico, or at least the southeast U.S. And so we'll get little pieces of energy rotating around it and give us a pretty good chance for showers and storms. This model depicting the heaviest weather inland, but I still think we'll see those coastal showers as well. The benefits of the rain is that our lawns look a little bit better. On top of that, temperatures cool down. And it's 79 now at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. A temperature 89 though in Buffalo. Ottawa at 87 degrees. Detroit a bit cooler. It's been kind of a cool day in Green Bay, 75 there. Not the case in the central U.S. 98 in Wichita. Dallas setting record highs yesterday. Oklahoma City doing that today. 109, 88 into Atlanta. Now, as far as the rest of the U.S. goes, we are looking at some big storms today. Yesterday was in Iowa, where there were 34 reports of tornadoes alone, over 100 different reports of wind damage in Iowa associated with this upper level low. And surface reflection as well. But this is one that is going to drop down southward. As this tracks northward, it's going to kind of cause this one to move down into the Gulf of Mexico. There are severe weather watches and warnings out for Ohio, and also a tornado watch now has just been posted for central Kentucky and southeast Indiana. Well, here's what's happening. As far as boating goes, it's going to be a little bit rough out there. We'll have seas running 2 to 3 feet and a moderate chop. Now, the seas will be up to 2 to 4 feet on Sunday. And that wind will stay out of the southwest for the most part, southwest, I believe, on Sunday. Well, here's the forecast. Good chances for showers and storms. It stays elevated, those rain chances, all the way through next week. High temperatures, upper 80s, lows really warm, right around 80 degrees, with feels like temperatures at 11 o'clock, right around 90. So that's going to be the case, I think, over the next several days. Well, the Bradenton, Palmetto Police Departments, as well as the Manatee County Sheriffs, took some kids fishing with an excellent program just yesterday. Here it is. The weather worked out great for the Bridging the Gap Youth Fishing Tournament. This third annual event was created to open a line of communication between officers and the youth while having fun.
Trying to be proactive with some of the concerns we have in the community towards law enforcement and vice versa, law enforcement towards community.
The officers and kids working in concert to catch the prize and take home more than the free fishing rods supplied by Palmetto Police Department and Walmart.
Bridging the Gap is a network. It's kind of a partnership between local law enforcement here in Manatee County, the NAACP, and some church groups. And we originally came together probably 4 or 5 years ago, looking at ways that we can bridge the gap between especially minority young people and police officers.
What better way to do that than catching some fish? And they did it, as Jacoby hauled in this doormat flounder.
20 inches. Wow. Hang on, don't move.
There were other nice catches as well, like this mangrove snapper caught by Dominic. And another nice snapper hauled in. These two girls were fishing for their first time and weren't too thrilled at first.
How you like it so far?
But if you have a little patience, it can turn around quickly in this world.
Oh, look at that shark, man.
After all the fishing, it was time to eat some hot dogs and hamburgers on the bridge, whose gap was getting smaller on this day. And as the captain says, take a kid fishing, because someday they may take you. Excellent program there. And speaking of kids, Captain Johnny did as well. Some exchange students just a couple days ago catching a nice spotted sea trout right there. And that was Jamie, I believe. And Coach Steve Herrick at it again with the snook out on Lomboki. I don't know how he does it. Holden, 12 from Nashville, catching this. And my daughter's in Nashville, and she's 12. Isn't that weird? She's there it is. Anyway, she's coming home tonight. Magic Fishing Adventures, Captain Alan Roth helping his client land a nice tarpon right there. And Justin Moore, this is Captain Justin Moore, that's his wife Jenny Moore with their kids and I believe some nephews. They caught a nice big, is that a snook?
That's what I was just wondering. Is that a snook?
That thing's too big.
It's huge.
Anyway, they had a good time out there.
I'm liking their bows while they're fishing. The little girls with their bows in their hair.
You would notice that. I didn't see that, but yeah.
We're staring at what species of fish.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like nice bows.
All right.
All right, thank you, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. We are still monitoring that crash on University Parkway at the I-75 interchange. It is now causing delays on the interstate from Fruitville Road all the way up to the Lakewood Ranch exit, so keep that in mind if you are heading that way on this Friday evening. Adam?
Thank you, Jacqueline. In consumer news, it will soon be legal to post plans for 3D printable guns online. The government has reached an agreement with a gun rights activist that will allow the plans to be posted as of August 1st. Back in 2013, Cody Wilson posted plans for a 3D printable gun. The government ordered Wilson remove it, arguing those plans could violate international traffic in arms regulations. He later complied but sued the federal government. Now Wilson will be able to repost those schematics for what he calls the Liberator, a gun made almost entirely out of ABS plastic, the same material used to make Lego bricks.
Federal safety investigators are looking into complaints that engines on some Ford Escape vehicles can overheat and suddenly stall while being driven. Investigators say there are 40 complaints from consumers about stalling, including 2 claiming that the engines caught fire. The investigation covers about 127,000 Escape small SUVs in the U.S. from the 2013 model year that have 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. Investigators will determine the cause of the engine stalling, how often the problem happens, which vehicles are affected, and whether a recall is warranted.
Wells Fargo is paying up for a mistake that cost its customers. The bank is now refunding customers who were charged for pet insurance, home warranties, or other types of insurance. The Wall Street Journal says thousands of customers were charged for dozens of add-on products that they didn't need or understand. Those refunds are on top of the hundreds of millions of dollars Wells Fargo is already paying out for a different sales controversy.
Well, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month. Or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar, A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Today, the band Linkin Park paid a special online tribute to former frontman Chester Bennington 1 year after his death.
The singer committed suicide at age 41 on July 20th, 2017. He survived by his wife, their son, and twin daughters, and his 3 children from previous relationships. A message posted on Linkin Park's Instagram page reads, quote, "Your one-of-a-kind spirit has authored an indelible imprint on our hearts, our jokes, our joy, and our tenderness. Eternally grateful for the love, life, and creative passion you shared with us and the world. We miss you more than words can express."
Another member of the Gotti family has gotten pinched. 32-year-old Carmine Gotti Aniello has been arrested for allegedly running an illegal scrapyard in Queens, New York. Aniello is the grandson of the late mob boss John Gotti and former star of the reality show Growing Up Gotti, which aired from 2004 to 2005.
Bristol Palin is heading back to reality TV. Palin will be joining the upcoming season of MTV's Teen Mom OG. The 27-year-old was 17 when her son was born in 2008. At the time, she was thrust into the spotlight by her mother, Sarah Palin, during her unsuccessful run for vice president. Since then, Palin has appeared in a number of reality TV shows, including Dancing with the Stars. Well, we'll be right back with more news and weather after the break.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore 2 hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Every kid deserves that world, but 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger. At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.